Hey there everybody, Scooter here today, and this is probably going to be one of the harder videos that I've ever made, and that's because it kind of is putting me between a rock and a hard place, and I know that this is probably going to upset some folks and maybe hurt a few feelings, and that's not my intention to do that, but I feel like that maybe a little reality needs to be injected in the mix. So I just ask that you watch the video and listen to what I have to say, and try not to be too mad at me if you can help it. Okay? For about the last 2 years, I've been involved in the Patriot truther movement. And for some of that time, I was actually quite deeply involved with a lot of people in that. And I'm not trying to down the movement itself because there are some good people in it. There is some good information shared, and it's doing some good things. But I feel like that there are a lot of things that are not being said, and a lot of people are losing focus on some things. Now, I watch about 5 people now. I used to watch, probably 100, and I've narrowed that down to about 5 people who, at least with the information they're sharing, I trust the accuracy, and I trust that that they are providing information that I can verify myself as well. There's a lot of misinformation in the Patriot movement. There's a lot of speculation in that movement, and you have to really be careful about who you're watching and what you're listening to. Now, while I've been involved in this for the last couple of months, I've been trying to figure out exactly what is the goal of the Patriot / truther movement. If the goal is to just inform people about what's happening and what's going on, and to help them prepare how to survive that, then I'm all for that. I give that a thumbs up. But if the goal is to overthrow a lot of this that's going on and happening, then I can't side with that, and I'm going to tell you why. It's not that I don't want to see the bad things stopped. It's that I know that they can't be. When I watch a lot of these videos from these other YouTubers, maybe as equally important, I read the comments that people leave on those videos. And I see a lot of people who are in this militia, military type mentality, and they're going to stop everything that's happening. They're going to get their guns out. They're going to overthrow the government. They're going to change the world. And, you know, I don't know, guys. I don't see that happening. Just for example, you know, I guess one of the things that I think of is what exactly has the Patriot truther movement done to bring about change? You know, Ben Bernanke was just reappointed as chairman of the Federal Reserve, and that was from a 70-30 vote. AIG just came out and said they're going to give another $100 million to their executive in bonuses. Have I seen anybody in the streets? Have I seen anybody going to these companies and demanding that it be stopped? Have I seen any of this stop? No, none of it. And the thing is that you won't see any of that stopping. I guess that's why I'm having a little more problem with this whole movement concept these days. And I think you guys need to be careful with that. You know, there are things that are going to happen that you can rest assured, and I'm going to tell you about those things. And if you need to verify any of my information, then all you need is one of these. It's a Bible. Excuse me. In that, you can verify everything I'm fixing to tell you. And if you need to start looking it up, I would suggest the books of Ezekiel, Daniel, Matthew, and Revelation. That's a good start. Now, what you can rest assured is going to happen is that we will continue to see a staggering amount of economic collapse, not just in the United States, but all over the world. You will see nations as a whole crumble and fall. You're going to see a terrible war that's going to take place. You're going to see the rise of a 10-nation confederacy, and that 10-nation confederacy is going to rule the entire world. You're also going to see the rise out of that a dictator who will single-handedly control everything that happens on this earth. All that gold and silver that you guys are being told to buy and hoard because you're going to need it in the days to come, all of that is going to be thrown in the streets because it's going to be worthless. It's not going to be worth anything. And all of this stuff is going to happen before the really, really bad stuff starts to happen. Now, if you guys haven't watched the Daniel's Timeline series on my channel, I strongly urge you to watch that. If Dewey is right in his calculations, then we have about 3.5 years before the really, really bad stuff starts to happen, if that gives you any indication of where we're at right now in history. So, I don't want to cause you guys to not listen to the people that you're listening to. That's not my motive with this video. But what I do want to do is remind you that before you put your faith in any man or woman telling you things on that computer or on the radio, you need to be putting your faith in God first, because that is what is going to get you through the really tough times. All these people who are telling you all of these bad things, God love them, and I hate to say this, but they are not going to be there to get you through the tough times that are ahead. They're just not. They can't be. Realistically, think about it. They've got their own families to think about. These people are not going to be there to help you. So you're going to need someone to be able to rely on when the really bad stuff starts to happen. And if you don't have God in your life, it is going to be much, much harder for you to make it through what's coming in the days ahead. So don't put your faith in man. Don't put your faith in me. Don't put your faith in any of these other people on YouTube. You can listen to what they have to say. You can take the information. You can learn from the skills that they're teaching you. But don't put your faith in them. Put your faith in God, because that is what is going to sustain you in what's coming ahead. So that's just something I want you guys to think about. And you guys are welcome to leave comments in the bottom. I'm not going to set the comments to approve, so you guys can have at it. Just remember that if you cuss or if you start really bad-mouthing me or someone else, then you're going to get blocked. So use a little intelligence in your comments. So you guys take care. Let me know what you think. We'll talk to you later. God bless. Bye-bye.